Let's travel to a single, pivotal moment in time. March 2026. This wasn't just another month on the calendar for artificial intelligence. Nope. This was the month AI hit a massive tipping point, a genuine leap forward.
You know, for years, we've thought of AI as this really clever tool, right? A superpowered calculator or a fancy search engine. But in March 2026, that all changed. The whole dynamic shifted. The era of the passive tool was over, and the age of the active AI agent had officially begun.
So, what does that actually mean, AI agent? It means AI finally got the ability to do things, to go beyond just answering our questions and to start actually performing complex tasks in the digital world all by itself. And the first company to really blow the doors off this was OpenAI.
On March 5th, OpenAI just dropped a bombshell out of nowhere, GPT-5.4. And the headline feature was this incredible number, a 1 million token context window. Now, to give you a sense of what that means, you could feed it the entire novel War and Peace, and it could hold every single word, every character, every plot point in its working memory.
I mean, the scale of this jump was just staggering. This was not a small upgrade. It was an 8 times increase over its predecessor, GPT-4. That's the difference between analyzing, say, one long document and analyzing an entire software codebase or a stack of books all at the same time. But here's the thing. That massive memory, that was only half the story. The real game changer was this new feature, computer use. For the very first time, a mainstream AI could actually control a computer. I'm talking open your files, click around in your apps, fill out forms for you. It was no longer just a brain in a box. It now had hands. And that is what makes it a true agent.
And OpenAI didn't just release one version and call it a day. They tailored it for different needs. You had the standard version for everyday users like you and me. Then there was a thinking version, which was slower but had much deeper reasoning for really complex problems. And of course, a pro version, built for speed in big companies. It's a huge signal that they expect this technology to be, well, everywhere.
And the CEO of OpenAI, Sam Altman, he did not mince words. He called it a paradigm shift. He claimed it's the first model to genuinely surpass human experts in knowledge-based work. That is a bold, bold claim, and it just underscores how big of a deal this release really was.
Of course, OpenAI wasn't alone. Microsoft immediately took this new power and baked it right into its ecosystem with something they called Copilot, Cowork. So imagine this. You give it one single command, like, hey, prepare the quarterly sales report. It would then just go. It would autonomously jump between Excel, Word, PowerPoint, and Outlook to get the entire job done from start to finish. Suddenly, hours of really tedious work could be handled with just one sentence.
And Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella, he framed this as a shift towards partnership. The idea is the AI handles all the repetitive, multi-step stuff, which frees us humans up to focus on strategy and creativity. The AI isn't replacing you, it's becoming your new, incredibly efficient coworker.
Okay, so AI can now act for us. But at the exact same time, there was another revolution happening. AIs were also developing new senses, learning to perceive and understand our world in a much deeper, more holistic way.
Just think about how we search for stuff. For decades, we've been able to search through our text. Easy.
Pretty soon after that, we got really good at searching through all of our photos. Then came the ability to pinpoint moments in our videos and audio files. But here's the catch. Each of these things has always existed in its own little world, its own separate silo.
That is, until Google's Gemini embedding tool came along and asked a totally revolutionary question. What if you could search all of them, text, images, video, audio, with a single query at the exact same time?
The magic behind this is a technology called multimodal embedding. You can think of it like creating this universal map where all different types of data can live together. So on this map, a photo of a running dog, a text document that describes a brown dog in a park, and a video clip of that dog are all placed right next to each other because the AI understands they all share the same core idea.
And like Google CEO Sundar Pichai said, this is about moving beyond just processing data to truly understanding content. When an AI can grasp the conceptual link between a picture and, say, a piece of poetry, well, we're starting to get into a whole new territory of what intelligence even is.
So we've got AIs that can act and AIs that can understand our world in this profound new way. It all sounds pretty incredible, doesn't it? But as it turns out, with these new powers come a whole new class of problems.
So, was it all smooth sailing? The simple answer is no, not at all.
because this incredible leap forward also exposed some really serious new risks, and it highlighted just how difficult this technology is to get right.
See, as soon as AI agents got the power to act, they also became targets. Brand new kinds of attacks started popping up, like tricking an AI into leaking confidential data or figuring out how to bypass its safety rules. And that's exactly why OpenAI's acquisition of the security firm PromptFu was so important. It was a signal that the industry was finally getting serious about locking these powerful systems down.
And then there was Apple. They had this big dream of bringing powerful ChatGPT-level AI to the new Siri on the iPhone 18 Pro, but they hit a snag. Problem number one, the AI models were so power-hungry they would drain a full battery in just a few hours.
And problem number two, the processing generated so much heat that the phone would become uncomfortably hot to even hold, and it would have to slow itself down to cool off. A massive hardware nightmare.
This wasn't just some internal engineering headache either. News of the Siri development crisis leaked out, and the market reacted immediately. Apple's stock dropped 3%, which just goes to show you the very real financial stakes in this new AI arms race.
This table really sums up the whole crisis for Apple. Every single problem, from the battery drain to poor accuracy, was a direct result of their commitment to privacy, to doing all the processing on the device itself. Their core philosophy was suddenly in a head-on collision with the technical demands of next-gen AI, and it left them with no easy answers.
So what's the big takeaway from this really turbulent month? Well, on one hand, we saw these incredible breakthroughs in AI acting on its own and understanding our world. But on the other hand, we also saw the immense challenges in security and just making this stuff work in the real world.
So here's the crucial lesson from all this. The race is no longer just about building the biggest or the smartest AI model. The future belongs to whoever can make AI that is powerful, yes, but also safe, reliable, and practical enough to actually work on the devices that we all use every single day.
The events of March 2026 made one thing crystal clear. The AI agent has arrived. It's not science fiction anymore. So the real question we're all left with now is, are we actually ready for our new colleague?